Okay, here we are at a stream in Welkin Wares Forest, and we're going to do a stream study. So first of all, think about, where does your water that you use every day come from? Well, indirectly, it comes from freshwater resources in your community. So it flows from, remember the watershed, the stream to a larger body of water, etc., etc. So around here are streams and our rivers. So as we look at this stream, there's a few different things we can do to assess whether it's healthy. Now, why do we care if it's healthy? Well, we just said we get our drinking water from freshwater streams indirectly, most of us, and animals live here. Animals visit the stream for a water source too. How many of you like to go down to the stream in the summertime and cool off? Maybe swim if it's a deeper stream than this, or look for critters. We all like to do that. So you don't want to be crawling around in a polluted stream. So the first thing we're going to do is discuss the procedure of determining this stream's health. So the first thing we'll do is assess the habitat. The second thing, I will, of course, look for and try to identify macroinvertebrates. So macroinvertebrates are, you'll have to bear with me on camera angles here and there and the sunshine, but macroinvertebrates are small critters like these guys that live in the water, and they are large enough to be seen with the naked eye, and they do not have backbones. So a lot of these are insect larvae and nymphs that, when they grow up, will live outside the water. So they are actually the best indicators of a stream's health. And I am showing you things today that you can do at home. So in order to do your own stream study at a local stream or even a pond, which has, of course, still water, and we'll talk about the difference in a minute, you want to make sure, of course, you have permission from whoever's place you're using, and you don't just go walking onto somebody else's property. So before we're even doing the stream assessment, I did collect a water sample because we're going to do some chemical tests later, and I wanted to get the water before I got in it. So let's also check the temperature of the water. Now, things I'm showing you today, it's going to be like a full stream study. If you're doing this at home, you could try to do the full stream study, or of course, just go looking for the critters, which is the funnest part. The best part about a stream study. So the thermometer is showing about 55 degrees Fahrenheit for our water temperature. Do you think that is a good temperature? Well, it is. That's one good thing about the stream so far. The water has to be cold because that is what these macroinvertebrates like. You cannot have warm stream water. So let's take a look at the habitat. Now, when we look at the habitat of a stream, let's first look on the outside, so on the stream banks. On the stream banks here, what are we seeing? I see a lot of vegetation. Okay, different kinds of plants. There's skunk cabbage, there are trees. And what do you think the plants do for the stream bank? Well, all of those roots are going to hold the stream bank in place. So at this particular stream site, I do not see a lot of erosion. Erosion is where, here's a teeny bit over here, but it's really not much. Erosion is where the bank or the ground is worn away by water or wind or people walking on it. This one here just looks like a natural portion of the stream, a little sandy area. There's also some large rocks at this part of the stream. So far, vegetation looks pretty good. We can also look, of course, at the water itself. This is so fun, trying to walk around with the GoPro and not fall in the water. So hopefully I don't make you motion sick here. But if we look at the water itself, try to get a good view. Is the water clear? Can you see down to the bottom of that water? Can you see the rocks down there? I surely can. So clear water is a good sign, right? It's not cloudy with a lot of dirt. or other things floating around in it. Do you see things in the water, like tree debris? Look for those kinds of things. Leaves, fallen leaves. Not a lot in this particular spot here. But of course, if you're doing an appropriate stream study, you're going to be, testing out a couple different portions of the stream. In this portion of the stream, a lot of rocks at the bottom. That's a good sign. The water flowing over the rocks will certainly help clean the water. There should be fallen leaves in the water because animals are eating them. Now right here, there's not a whole lot. Can you tell why? Do you see the water moving? So when the water is going over the rocks in a stream, that's a riffle. So riffles are these fast-paced parts of the stream. You can probably hear it in the background too. The riffles are the fast-paced parts. It's flowing over the rocks. You might see some streams with just pools. That's where the still water is, and that's fine too. But the water, there's a little pool over here. The water is being cleaned going over those rocks. So far so good. Our stream looks healthy. But of course we talked about collecting the macroinvertebrates would be our most telltale sign.